Hey, this is Gopi Krishna, UR16CS075, and this is System Software and Compiler Lab Experiment number 6, a macro processor. So, a macro processor is used where a single line of abbreviation is used to replace a set of lines. Now, for every occurrence of that line, the whole block of statements gets expanded in the main source code. So, it actually reduces the time complexity of the program. So for this, I have written a Java program. Let's go and see the program. So I'll be reading the input from an external file called input.txt, and I'll be writing the output into an output.txt file. So let's go with the flow of the program first, which begins here. So unless if the once I'm reading the input from the file, unless main is found, the following operations take place. Like if line contains hash defined, all the macros are defined in the starting phase of starting part of the program. Therefore, if it contains hash defined, I'll split the line on blank spaces. And if it is a function which is defined, that is a macro is a defined function, I check for open parenthesis. Now, if an open parenthesis found, and I count the number of parameters it has by counting the number of commas, and I find the length of that program, and that is the number of commas that I have will give me the number of parameters. Now once I found that, I put it into the function parameter tab. Else, if it is just a substitution macro, that for the value of, for example, the value of pi, I directly put it into function parameter tab, that is s1 of 2. Now now I go to the program where, if I after I find that int main program, now I'm putting the values inside the function parameter tab. Now since it is a hash map that I have used, I have to assign the value by using iterator im. I'm picking the values. Now while im dot hash next, that is to iterate through the hash map, I have it. Now once I get a value, I put it and store it in a value k by converting it into a string value. Now I compare it with the program that I have, whether the program has the value of k that I am holding. If it finds the value k that is present in the program and has to be replaced, I set the key flag as true. Once the key flag is set as true, I will split the line where it contains that particular value, and I'll split it on basis of the equal to sign where the equal to is. Now once I've split it into equal to, there can be two possible cases. But when it is a function, function can be declared by directly calling the name of the function or by assigning it to another variable. For example, int a is equal to function xyz. That is why I'm calling. Therefore, it can have multiple values. The here I have satisfied both the values. That is, if the length of equal to is 1 or 2, and if it contains more than that, macro processor can only have one macro definition present in a particular line. So I have returned an error that is not defined and more than one macro in a line. Now once I find that, how do I replace it? Now inside the function parameter tab, I get the value of k. Then I have stored it in the value string origin, and I have replaced it by when the opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis are there. Now how I have done this, by removing the closing parenthesis from the right hand side. I remove it, then I count the number of parameters that are left by using the number of commas that are present here. Now after I done that, how I replace it, now I move from the right hand side, that is by removing the right hand side parenthesis. Then I move towards the right by replacing the values present in the function parameter tab that I have. That is, I have written here replace value and replace original. Once I have replaced all the values, I get a string. Like I printed n string is equal to n string plus z plus comma. That is, the z is the function parameter tab value, and comma that I use to declare that is the end of the instruction. If it is not found, that is, number of parameters are not matched, I return an error called parameter mismatch. After I have replaced all the values, we go to the end of the program. Now I give the output here, like they're just displaying the contents of the function definition tab here. Now let's run this program, see how this works. So this is just an iteration, that is the function definition table, the values, the number of times that I have checked for macros in the program listed here. Now the input was here, that is I have given one macro here, hash define add x, and the definition is given here like x equal to x upon x, and these are the values. So add a has to be replaced with this certain value. Now let's check the output file. A was replaced with a equal to a upon a divided by a. So the program runs perfectly, and that's the end of this sixth experiment. Thank you.